to keep up with monthly specials.
On average, you spend 33% of your life in bed, so why are you sleeping on a worn-out mattress? Box Drop in Russellville is dropping factory outlet pricing on your favorite name brand mattresses. Save up to 70% on Serta, Simmons, and other national brands. Same-day deliveries available. See Marty for details. Better sleep, better price, better life. Get factory outlet pricing at Box Drop, your mattress and furniture factory outlet store at Funky Town Mall, 1610 South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, and boxdroprussellville.com.
Welcome back. The Cyclones leading at halftime 21-6. We had an extended halftime show because we had a presentation. Also, both bands wanted to play. Whenever the opposing band wants to play, they always tack on a little bit more time. Because of that, when both teams come out of the field, no matter where the clock is, they always make sure it's at 3 minutes. If not, then they'll put 3 minutes on the clock. Both teams now out on the field, and it's a hot, sticky night here in Cyclone Stadium. Still a bit of wind out of the south, but it's I'm sure it's rough being out there, and so they're making sure everybody gets warmed back up before we start the second half. So we still have a couple minutes away, and we're gonna keep it right here. The Cyclones in that first half, 183 yards of offense, and pretty balanced. 103 through the air and 80 yards rushing. Morrilton, 123 yards of offense, 89 on the ground, just 34 through the air. Both teams threw 10 times, but Morrilton only completed 4 for 34 yards. Cyclones completed 6 for 103. Now realize that 52 of that came on one play on the touchdown pass for the Cyclones. We mentioned to you that you can listen to us the old-fashioned way in your car on the radio, 102.3. You can also listen to the KCJC radio app, kcjclive.com. Also on Cyclone Booth. You can see us as a part of EAB Sports, and we're trying out some new things. We think we got a scoreboard working. So far, so good. We've had a little bit of a hiccup here, but at least it happened at halftime. So if you were joining us and tuning on the radio, so what's going on? We started a second stream, and just a mental mistake, and it's by me. It's not by our media team, Maggie Duval and Chase Canfield. It was totally my call, so I'm taking the blame on that one because it was on me. But Aaron Duval, Mickey Duval here with you. Aaron Thomas, our engineer, back at the studios, and we're ready to go. You know, one thing about Coach Wheeler, when he was a defensive coordinator here, he wore a lime green hat with a Cyclone on it, and it was because he wanted his defense to be able to pick him out quickly. I wondered if he would do the same thing, but no. But I will say that all the coaches are wearing gray. A couple coaches, the offensive coach is wearing white. Coach Wheeler is the only one wearing red, and he's wearing a red and white ball cap, and so easily be picked out there. So, but I wondered about that. Remember, we talked about on our Cyclone Radar, Cyclone Watch, what's on your radar. You talked about Ty Hips and Shane Booker. They've made their presence known. Big hitters by all this defensive team. I mentioned about Coach Wheeler as a head coach. We haven't had any study of him, you know, as a high school coach. What would he do? Would he be aggressive? And he certainly was, going for it on fourth down and, taking shots down the field. We saw a halfback pass. We saw Russellville in the final minute of the second half take a shot downfield, end up scoring that touchdown, and they're going to be rewarded by getting the ball here to start the second half and leading 21-6. And they can really put some pressure on Morrilton if they score here.
There's quite a few big hitters on that defense in that first half. Harrington was one of them, but there's others on there. Just the whole team played a good first half. I think coming out in the second half, we get the ball first. Defense is going to have a chance to get ready, and I think we'll see both sides of the ball focused in coming down and scoring and then holding the other team to nothing.
I got an interesting stat for you. I meant to drop this in. I'll drop it right now. Since 1961, no Cyclone has led the team in tackles for 3 consecutive years. We have a chance seeing that this year. Ty Hips, as a sophomore and as a junior, led the team in tackles, and he's, of course, back for his senior year. So he has a chance to do something that our records only go back to 61. It may not have ever been done. We don't know, but at least in 61, we've had players lead it back-to-back, but never 3 years in a row. As we start off second half, Morrilton only kicked off once in the first half after their touchdown. They did this thing where they broke the huddle, and their kicker a 3-step drop, and he does it here. The kick's on the far side. It's going to be fielded, and did it field before it went out of bounds? It did at the 31-yard line. If that went out of bounds, Russell would have gotten excellent field position. Not bad here as they'll have the ball at their own 31-yard line. I think that was Bonilla on the far side that caught that, number 49. And he's the one that returned the other one for the Cyclones. Russ will have the ball at their own 31-yard line Gavin Graham in at quarterback, came in on the second drive. Damon Donahoe came in on the first drive. He's the running back to the right of Graham. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hallmark the S-back. Lead block for Donahoe. Big opening. He's at the 35. Cuts back outside. He's at the 40, angling toward the left sideline. The 45, 50, 45, 40. He's down the sideline. He may go. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! High stepping it into the end zone. Damon Donahoe from 69 yards out.
And that last block that freed him to go all the way was by number 20, Rose. He put a block on a Marlton player and put him on the ground, and that paved the way for the last 20 yards. Just a great block by Rose and a great run by Damon.
69 yards on one play, and the Cyclones have opened it up here. They lead at 27-6. Noe Jimenez on to try his 4th attempt at an extra point. Good handle of the snap by D.A. Reed, and the kick is good. Cyclones strike quickly here in the second half. They lead at 28-6. We'll take a break. Just 14 seconds in the second half. We're taking a break. That's good news for Russellville. Lead it here 28-6. You're listening to Cyclone Football in River Country, KCJC.
Feltner's Athletes Corner Moonlight Madness sale is now in progress. Save half off or more on footwear from Nike, Asics, Brooks, New Balance, Keen, and Chaco. Save half off or more on apparel from the North Face, Columbia, Patagonia, Mountain Khaki, Kavoo, Under Armour, Nike, and many more. Feltner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main Street in Russellville. Open 9:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday. All sales during this special savings event are final.
The lightning struck here for the Cyclones. They score one play, 69 yards. Damon Donahoe, and I'm going to have to look back. I don't know when the last time a running back for the Cyclones went for 100 yards in the game. I think it's been a couple years. Damon Donahoe, 10 carries, 107 yards. That's something I'm going to have to find out over the weekend. I'm pretty sure we didn't do it last year, maybe the year before. Maybe into Kentrell territory back in the day. Noe Jimenez is going to kick it into the end zone after the touchdown. 69-yard touchdown run by Damon Donahoe, his first touchdown of the season. He had 2 touchdowns last year, has given the Cyclones a 28-6 lead.
That's 2 kickoffs in the end zone. Boy, you like to see that. Make Marlton go 80 yards.
Yeah, but the last time they did go 80 yards. The last time we kicked it that far. Hopefully you have better luck on this one. They started the game with an 80-yard 10-play drive. Devil Dog's going to hand off to Session, a sweep. This might be the first sweep, and he's going to be upended at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 7, Thomas, who made that stop. That's a good tackle. Sessions is a pretty good-sized boy.
Yeah, he's got 6 carries for 16 yards. Saw a majority of his work on the first drive, and I think we only saw him a couple other times in that first half. 2nd down and 9 for Morrilton. Again, taking their time, and I understand that, but they came back to bite a little bit in the first half. Martin rolling to his left. He's going to throw. Little slip screen. It's complete, and out of bounds is Julian Brockman, and I don't know if I think he got out of bounds before he got to the sticks. So maybe a little unaware where the sticks were. Not going to lower his shoulder and get enough because he comes up a yard shy. 3rd down for Morrilton. In the first half, Morrilton 2 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. Tight formation. They did this on the touchdown run under center, and the fumble snap. And Martin picked it up, but he got it back. I don't think he got it. He needed the 30-yard line, and he's shy on the far side. Martin, that's the 2nd time they put it on the ground, and the 2nd time Martin's come up with it. 4th down and 1, and Morrilton, I don't see the punter on the field. I mean, they may be thinking, hey, we're down 22. We got to do something right here. They actually gained a half a yard there.
They're doing it again.
Yep, under center. Martin's going to turn and hand it off, and very close. I think McEwen's got the first down. Both officials running in from the side, giving him the 30-yard line. So, yeah, that's going to be a first down. Gutsy call there by Coach McNabb. Remember, Coach McNabb was a defensive coordinator here under Jeff Holt. And until he took the Morrilton job, he won a state championship for the Devil Dogs back in 2013. He's been with the Devil Dogs 11 years. It's the only place he's been since he left Russellville. Of course, he was at Tech before that.
2 yards on the play. First down and 10.
He's a big 3-4 guy, and he was a 4-down lineman guy until he got to Russellville, and 1 year just changed because he said he had the athletes to play 4 linebackers, and he's been that way ever since. On first down, we have a stoppage of play. Good, because it might have been a big gain for Morrilton, but I think we have a false start against the Devil Dogs. We're pushing back 5 yards, bring up first down and 15. The Cyclones leading it here, 28-6, with 9:51 left to play in the third quarter. Devil Dogs looking at first and 15.
That's good for Russellville. They had McEwen out here open in the flat.
Remember, at the end of the game, you go to our Facebook page, Cyclone Booth. We'll post the final stats.
First down and 15.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion. That's McEwen. They're going to run him on the fly sweep across the far side. He gets the penalty yards back. It'll bring up second down at about 10. McEwen is their starting wide receiver, but last year he ended up with 17 carries and a touchdown. He's just a junior, and tonight he's got 4 carries for 8 yards and a touchdown. Scored their only touchdown. That was on the first drive of the game. Cyclones scored on their last drive of the first half, on their first drive of the second half. Really have set the tone here with that big touchdown run by Damon Donahoe. They're trying to restart the game clock. I think earlier in the first half I said 35 seconds or 40 seconds. It's when it gets restarted, it goes to 25, so that's where it is right now. Martin, Russell looks like they're going to show blitz here. Low snap, he's looking left. He's going to take a shot, and it's going to be incomplete. 2 flags come in. We're going to get pass interference against Russellville. Yeah, that's a good call. There's no uncatchable rule in high school football. There's also no automatic first down on pass interference. But and I say that because it was actually second down and 11. The ball was at the 29. So it'll be second down and 1. I believe they marked this off right.
Pass interference against Russellville.
Oh, was it a 15-yarder?
Looks like it.
Okay, that's on me. I thought it was a 10-yarder, but well, they get the first down now, but it's not automatic. They get the first down by the penalty. Russell now penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Ball at the 45-yard line for the Devil Dogs. Drive started on their own 20. 3 receivers to the right. They're going to turn and hand it off. He'll pick up a yard. That wasn't McEwen, but I can't tell who that is. That was number 1, Dylan Fondren, his first carry of the game. Devil Dogs have been very patient in between snaps, I guess is a nice way to put it. No matter what's going on, no matter if some people think they should have been in their 2-minute offense, or even here down 28-6. But this will limit possession, so if Russell can get a stop here, really put the pressure on and maybe, just maybe, get close to sealing the deal. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Martin back to pass. He's going to roll to his right. We're going to have a holding call. Yeah, Martin's going to tuck it and run. This is not going to matter, and he's going to be hit hard at the 45-yard line. Got the first down, but this is a holding penalty coming back here, as I think they were holding Travion Traylor on that far side, and this is definitely coming back. And this is going to be a big penalty because it's 10 yards from the spot, and that flag is at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, they had their arm up around his neck, and you could tell. In fact, they turned him sideways. Yeah,
it ends up being a 16-yard penalty because it's a 10-yard spot foul. So bring up second down and 25. 7:55 left to play in the third quarter. The Cyclones leading at 28-6. Junior high will open next week. Did not play this week. Junior high volleyball team picked up a couple wins. I think they played at Searcy, against Searcy and at BB this week. Lady Cyclone golf team performing well. Big win against Ozark on Tuesday. They go to Fort Smith on Monday. Both teams will face off against Southside and Northside. So I can throw in these tidbits in between plays for Morrilton because they're taking a while on with their getting ready for their plays. Second down 25. This is a busted play. Martin's going to be wrapped up back at the 30-yard line. He was holding that out there like a loaf of bread, and there was no running back coming to fake.
It's like, here it is, come get it.
Yeah, and he didn't realize it, I don't think, because he's, as a quarterback, you're reading the end, and so you don't realize that the running back's not coming to help you out. After that busted play of no gain, it's going to be third down and 25 for the Devil Dogs. They got to get to their own 45-yard line for a first down.
That's where the defense has got to play smart. No penalties.
Cyclones always play Morrilton. They're in the second year of a 2-year contract for their other non-conference games, Southside and Valonia. Remains to be seen if that's who they're going to play on their other 2 non-conference games next year. Martin on the far side throwing. It's incomplete. Pushed out of bounds over there on that far side. I think that was Andrew Adams on the coverage, but even if they complete it there, it's going to be 12 yards shy of a first down. And they're going to have to punt on 4th down and 25.
That's a good series for our defense.
Well, tonight Hogan has 3 punts. He's averaged 33 yards. High snap again. Had that once, little pooch kick, and I don't know if that's going to make a first down. It's barely going to roll in the Cyclone territory and barely get a first down. It's going to be down at the Cyclone 44-yard line. Hate to put that on him because it was a high snap, just a 26-yard punt.
Got a Morrilton player down.
We have an injury.
I think it's a cramp the way they're working on him.
I mentioned that in the pregame. We saw that last time we were here 2 years ago, I guess 3 years ago. Devil Dogs had problems with that. This is an alternating series usually, but the last 2 years we played it at Morrilton. Just the way it alternated, and I believe initially is because Russellville didn't want to have a year where they only had like 4 home games, so they requested that they play Morrilton in back-to-back years. After next week being a bye week, Russellville travel to Southside, and then they'll be back here against Valonia. Russellville 2 times this year will actually play on Thursday night. I think that Valonia game is one of them, but I know when we play at Little Rock Parkview at War Memorial Stadium, that's going to be a Thursday night game. So if you see your schedule, you think something's wrong on that. Nope, that's 2 Thursday night games. Multiplayer up, ran off, and they still take a time with the injury timeout there. 6:40 left to play here in the first half. Cyclone offense has only been on the field 1 time here in the second half. It was a 69-yard touchdown run by Damon Donahoe, who's rushed over 100 yards. Again, I think that's been the first time in a couple years that's happened, so we'll research that over the weekend and put it on our Facebook page. Tracy Daniels going to be the quarterback in. I'm sorry, the running back in. He's to the left of Gavin Graham. Russell has it 1st and 10 from their own 44. Daniels gets the call, and I think he lost a yard. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, he was wrapped up quickly. Daniels with a couple touchdowns in this game, but that was his 6th carry for 29 yards.
Now they were waiting on him. They knew that play was coming up the middle.
2nd down and 11. Graham out of the shotgun, looking left. Plenty of time. Now he's going to be flushed to the right. He's going to tuck it and run. Breaks a tackle at the 41. He's on the right sideline. He's got the first down. Stepping out of bounds just inside the 50 to the 45-yard line.
Came up short. They're not giving it to him. I thought he had it.
They're saying he stepped out back at the 48. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. So 3rd down and 2 for Russellville at the Devil Dog 48. Yeah, Russellville thought they had it. They were lined up around the 45-yard line. They're not huddling. They just go straight to the line. It'll change the play here, I'm sure. Daniels or Graham probably going to carry this to try to get the first down. Graham pulls it. He's looking to pass. Nothing there. He's going to tuck it and run left side. He's got the first down. Steps out of bounds right around the 41-yard line.
Graham on the carry.
They had me fooled. I thought it was going to be a pass play because he was looking, pumped a couple times, and then had that opening on the left side, able to pick up the first down as they give him the 41-yard line, so a pickup of 7 on the play. Graham now 3 carries for 20 yards. We have a player down from Morrilton. This really looks like a cramp too. Whenever they stick those legs out and really stick the heel out, it looks like that's what it is. They're working on the young man from Morrilton there. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. Russell leading 28-6 with 5:50 left to play in the third. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
Player with what we believe is a cramp is Caleb McEwen. This would be a big loss for Morrilton. He's got their only touchdown. Of course, plays both ways. And again, we mentioned this in the pregame with so many players playing both ways, and when the weather is like it is, you tend to see that. And I mean, it's not a permanent injury, but anybody that's had a cramp, it feels like it's permanent. It's not fun. Russell, after the 7-yard pickup, they have it 1st and 10 from the left side 41-yard line of Morrilton. Russell leading 28-6, 5:50 left to play here in the third quarter. Donahoe, the running back, will be to the right of the quarterback, Gavin Graham. Lone receiver, this left side. 2 receivers to the far side. Graham looks left, looks back right, throwing to Donahoe out of the backfield. Stops at the 40, breaks a tackle there. He gets inside the 40 to the 35-yard line before being brought down. What an athletic move there. He faked out his man, broke a tackle, pick up 6 yards on that play. That's his second catch for 10 yards. Donahoe, over 100 yards rushing tonight. Limping just a little bit, but he'll come out. Daniels in for him. 2nd down and 4 for the Cyclones. They're at the Devil Dog 35-yard line. 5:17 left to play in the third.
You're not losing anything when Daniels come in.
Russell leading by 22. Lone receiver to the right, short side of the field. They just got Morrilton to jump. That's going to be a 1st down. 5-yard penalty when you needed 4. Devil Dog player upset with himself. He jumped on the hard count. Oh, they're calling legal procedure against Russellville. I thought the way the Devil Dog player was acting, he thought it was on him. So sometimes you don't need to be doing that anyway. You can convince the official that it was on you by doing that. But now we're looking at 2nd down and 9 after the 5-yard penalty on Russellville. Just 4 penalties on the Cyclones, 30 yards. That's pretty good when you talk about first game of the season. Coach Wheeler, something to be happy about. Russellville looking at 2nd down and long. Here's the give to Tracy Daniels straight up the gut. He'll get a couple yards, maybe 3, inside the 38-yard line. Again, just in case you're late joining us, offensive lineman for Russell, Logan Golden, celebrating a birthday. He's left guard, number 79, facing us right now. Playing next to Nicholas Horniak, Carson Smith. Offensive line has done a great job. 275 yards of offense and 166 of that on the ground. I may have to go back and look when was the last time we rushed the ball for 200 yards, and that might be years ago. On 3rd down and long, Graham rolling to his left. This looks like a design run all the way. He slips inside the 35, close to a 1st down, but a yard or 2 short, but close enough where Coach Wheeler may want to go for it because it's too close to punt, too far for a field goal. We'll see. Ball's going to be placed down at the 33, which means it'll be 4th down and 2. Russellville has gone for 1 4th down in this game. It was converted. They're going to go quickly here. Tracy Daniels gets hit in the backfield trying to spin away, and he's not going to get there. He's going to be stopped for a loss. A late flag comes in. We'll have to see what it is. Morrilton running off. They think they've stopped him, but we have a flag back here at the 32-yard line. Did they line up in the neutral zone? If so, that should have been.
I thought it was a face mask.
Boy, that's got to be killer for Morrilton if that's true. If it's against them because they had Russellville stopped, we're a 2-yard loss. Still The official hasn't said anything yet. Official threw the flag, picks it up. He threw it at the 32-yard line. Still no signal. Now he comes over here. We'll see what the call is. Morrilton coming back on the field. A personal foul against Morrilton. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Automatic first down.
Personal foul penalty.
That's a killer if you're Coach McNabb. He can't be happy about that.
It looked like Daniel's face went down. I thought they had a hold of his mask. It had to be something else other than that. Good break for Russellville.
Yeah, it's 15-yard penalty. It's the second personal foul of the game. So Russellville gets a first down. They put it in the red zone down to the 19-yard line. Low snap. Graham picks it up, hands it off to Daniels. He'll get to the 15. Russellville leading here 28-6. 3:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Graham nicely handling that low snap. I said, though, that he picks it up. I don't think it actually hit the turf. Russellville looking at 2nd down and 6 from the 15-yard line of Morrilton.
Well, as a coach, you like that 4 and 5 yards on first down.
Graham going to hand it off again to Tracy Daniels. Slips through, tripped up at about the 11-yard line. And they're just breaking the spirit here of Morrilton. I mean, think about it. Morrilton's got to be gassed because they have so many guys playing both ways. And Russellville leading now by 22 points. And they are just beating up Morrilton right now. 178 yards on the ground. And like I said, I don't remember the last time Russell's rushed for this many yards. It probably back in 2016, 2015, right in that area. Russell's just been a passing team since that. Here's 3rd and 2. Daniel's going to get the call again. Breaks a tackle. He's got the first down inside the 10 to the 6.
Well, Morrilton's linebacker shot the gap, thought they had Daniels in the backfield, and he just broke that tackle and gained the first down.
It's a first down for the Cyclones. 13 first downs for Russellville. After the 5-yard pickup, 1st and goal for the Cyclones at the 6. Well, they exploded on their first drive of the second half with a 69-yard touchdown run. This one, they're just pounding it. And here on 1st and goal, Graham rolling to his right, throwing for the end zone, touchdown! Alec Bowles, number 5, catches the touchdown pass, and the Cyclones lead it 34-6.
Just wide open. Nobody was around him. He just slipped out there in the end zone, and Graham laid it in there. That's a good pass.
6-yard touchdown pass for Graham to Bowles. 56 yards, but 11 plays on that drive. The extra point is good by Noe Jimenez. With 2:10 left to play in the third quarter, the Cyclones lead it 35-6. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
We all have a bad habit. How about a check say to our friends at First State Bank? Johnny along to remind you about minor savings accounts. Now, I'm not. We all have enough bad habits. How about a good one from our friends at First State Bank? Johnny along to remind you about minor savings accounts. Now, I'm not talking about a small savings account. I'm talking about starting a savings account for a youth in your family, teaching them the importance of saving. You know, you can visit any First State Bank location to get further details or check out the information available on their Facebook page. First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, Cyclone score on the touchdown drive, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Their previous touchdown drive was 14 seconds. That drive goes 56 yards in 11 plays. Gavin Graham hooks up with Alec Bowles, a 6-yard touchdown pass. Noe Jimenez kicks the extra point, and Russellville leads it 35-6. We're still in the third quarter, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Jimenez going to kick this one, angle it towards the corner, and it goes in the end zone. It's like he can do that whenever the coach wants him to. I think the only 2 times he didn't do it, I think they told him not to do it.
I believe that's 3 he's put in the end zone tonight. 3 or 4.
Morton will start at their own 20-yard line. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to play. Just in the third quarter. We think about the sportsmanship rule coming up. I mean, that's a 35-point rule. Russellville, though, leading now by 29. Here's the give. This might be Session. If so, he got a yard maybe. And that's it. Morton team's really young. When I say that, I mean inexperienced at the skill position. I mean, their returning quarterback had completed 40% of his passes for 560 yards, 9 touchdowns. But after that, I mean, Session had 35 carries all of last year. He started this game at running back. 2nd and 9. Martin back to pass. Got plenty of time. He's going to heave it downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage on that far side. It's still almost a catch. Acrobatic move there by Brockman. Spinning around, he comes up slowly. Looks like he's battling a cramp too. Break out the pickle juice. It's the first game for Coach Dave Wheeler as a head coach in high school football. He was a head coach on the collegiate level. It's really been a lot of places. He also played at Northwest Missouri State, that football powerhouse. Made his mark here as a defensive coordinator, back as head coach. Martin on 3rd down, rolling to his left, breaking a tackle there, but he's going to be swamped and loses a yard, so that's a sack by the Cyclones. There's about 3 or 4 guys that be credited for that sack.
And he's down. Martin's down. It's not getting up.
Hate to see that. Demarius Martin, the quarterback.
Looked like he came down awkwardly on that right shoulder.
He's been their leading ball carrier tonight, 11 carries for 65 yards. Remember, rushing sacks comes off rushing totals there. That may be the only time we've gotten him as a sack. He's eluded us all night.
Trailer, number 61, is one made to stop.
Weston Keaton, the sophomore, number 11, is warming up on that far side, but it's looking like 4th down and about 10 anyway, so maybe a while. Weston came in, remember, on the very first drive because Martin had his helmet knocked off and he had to come out for one play. Martin is up. That's good to see. He's limping a little bit. He may be done, but right now Morton's going to have to kick it away. 1:11 left to play in the third quarter. Russellville leading 35-6. You know, it started when they had the off-season workouts. When Coach Wheeler got here, I got a chance to talk to some of the players. And to a man, they were talking about how tough the workouts were and how it made them sick, but also how much they loved it. I think they were just craving that. And they're going to be pretty physical this year, and they've been pretty physical in this game. Donahoe and Tracy Daniels now back to return this punt. Hogan gets it away. He's going to angle it toward Donahoe. Donahoe's going to let it hit as it hits behind a Morrilton player. Takes a devil dog roll to the 44-yard line. And that'll be a 36-yard punt with no return. Russell will have the ball at their own 44. No game next week. The Cyclones have an off week. You get an off week if you want it, but you have to take it within your first 3 games. So you have 4 weeks to play 3 games. Russellville last year started that, playing here in week 0, taking a week off before their second game. That's what they'll do this year. Tracy Daniels going to get the call on first down. Runs into his own line and bounces off. He's across the 45. It's a first down to the 42-yard line of Morrilton.
He hits that hole so quick. Now he's coming off.
He's hobbling a little bit, but he's moving quickly. And pick up a 14 yards on the play. And now he's going over the trainer's table. That's not good to see. Donahoe comes back in. He starts left, cuts back right. He'll get inside the 40 to the 38 on the first down carry.
Donahoe's down now.
That's not good. Consecutive plays, your running back's down.
Oh, I think he's They're holding his leg up. It could be a cramp. I hate to see that because it's a leg with a brace on it.
Yeah, and I'm over here looking at the trainer's table with Tracy Daniels. And they're working on leg, ankle, knee, something like that. It's, as in hockey, it's always two injuries, a lower body injury or upper body injury. It's a lower body injury for Daniels. Donahoe is up. He's hobbling off. The Cyclones almost just want to get this game over with so they don't have any more people injured. Back-to-back plays where they get guys injured. 26 seconds left to play in the third quarter, though, and Russell leads at 35-6.
Trainers don't seem too concerned with Donahoe. I think it's just a...
Yeah. He's walking off with the trainer.
Yeah.
Mike Hilton. If you're in the stadium, Hilton was to his left, but he's now walked ahead, and I think he's going to go back to see Tracy Daniels, and Daniels up off the trainer's table. That's good, but then they tell him to hop back on, and that's what he does. He jumps up and back to action here. Here's a throw on the little slant play. It's complete to Bowles or incomplete? There's still no signal. They're going to say it's complete to Bowles. Bowles picking up the first down there on 2nd down and 6. That's enough for a first down as they get it to the 32-yard line, 6 yards on the pass play. Bowles now 3 catches, 14 yards, did get a touchdown. Graham's thrown for 114 yards. Remember, 51 of that on one play. Big play to Elijah Clark, and now that's the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break. Russell leads at 35-6. One more quarter of play. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
Welcome back. We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here in a little bit. Russellville leading 35-6. Other scores, like I say, it's odd. When you go from passing team to running team, it's odd all of a sudden now you're finishing your games first. We have halftime scores as we're looking across there. Greenwood all over Muskogee. They're in the third quarter now, 49-14. Conway trailing Fayetteville at the half, 35-24. Silent Springs come back, but they still trail 35-20 against Rogers. We start the fourth quarter. Russellville looking at first down at 10. Here's the give, and this is Mekhi Foster down the right sideline, and he steps out of bounds at the 13-12-yard line. Big play there by Mekhi Foster. His first carry as a Cyclone, and 20 yards on the pickup.
It looked like he was going to score. I
misspoke. I said first carry. He had a carry in the first half, so for negative yards, but he gets down here, first down to the 12. Russellville in the red zone, leading 35-6. Early fourth quarter. Score here, they can get the mercy rule going. Sportsmanship rule, however you want to call it. Foster's going to get the call again. No, play action. Graham rolling to his left, gets away from trouble, looking, he's going to tuck it and run. He's inside the 10 and knocked down at the 5-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards on the play there by Graham. You're listening to Cyclone Football here on KCJC Russellville, 102.3.
I think it's a cramp on Graham now. Everybody's getting the cramp.
We're at the 9 o'clock hour, and 11:34 left to play in this ball game. Russellville leading 35-6. The sportsmanship rule is if a team gets up by 35 in the second half, the clock will not stop unless it's a change of possession, after a score, a timeout, or an injury. And Graham getting worked on that far side. Russellville has the ball at the 5-yard line, looking at 2nd down and 3 there in the red zone. And Graham carrying that for 7 yards. He's got 5 carries for 32 yards. We'll look at some scores. Some of our local scores we haven't haven't seen from, except it is a final. Boonville shuts out Dardanelle 32-0. Danville trailing Mount Ida now. They led the entire first half, but they trail 27-19 there in the third quarter. D.A. Reed, who started this game, is back in at quarterback for Russellville, looking at 2nd and 3 from the 5-yard line. Foster, the running back, to his left. Short side of the field is the left. Reed going to hand off Foster, tries right side, spin move at the 5, into the end zone for the touchdown. Makai Foster scores from 5 yards out.
And it was that spin move at the 5-yard line that opened it up, because he's getting ready to get nailed. And
yeah, he left the defender just flailing, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Foster over here on the sideline. They jump up and give that little body high five, and he got knocked to the turf there. Giving that to Darian Thomas, I think. Jimenez remains perfect. He's 6 for 6, and Russellville leads it 42-6. Got the sportsmanship rule coming up. 11:25 left to play here in the ball game. We'll take a break. You're listening to Cyclone Football on River Country, KCJC.
We can't say it enough. The Old South serves breakfast anytime, and their breakfast specials just can't be beat. Of course, their standard breakfast of 2 eggs served with your choice of oatmeal, grits, or hash browns, your choice of toast, biscuit, or English muffin, and a choice of ham, bacon, sausage, or petit jean bologna. That's right, bologna for breakfast is an Old South staple. Check their menu on their Old South Facebook page, and we'll see you soon at the Old South, East Main, Russellville.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead it by 36 points. So the mercy rule, or sportsman, I always call it mercy rule, but sportsmanship rule in effect. The clock will not stop unless it's a timeout, an injury, or depends on who the clock operator is. Sometimes they stop it on scores, sometimes they don't. But this last 11:25 will move pretty quickly. Cyclones on that drive went 56 yards in 6 plays, just a minute 29. Makai Foster with a touchdown run. Here's the kickoff. Going to be fielded inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Gets to the 20, 21-yard line. That's Brockman on the return. Return of 12 yards.
That's number 16, Hogue, on that tackle. A good open field tackle by him.
Remember, go to our Cyclone Booth Facebook page. After the game, at some point, we'll post the final stats, team stats for the game. 10:52, the clock is rolling. And a little surprised Darius Martin's still out there. I mean, he had a cramp problem, but just thought with the game no longer in doubt, maybe they would go to the sophomore. Maybe they still will. But he's in there at quarterback. Running back session. They're going to pass out of it. Throw to the far side, complete, and Brockman catches it and steps out of bounds. I think he was expecting to get hit, but there, the closest Cyclone to him was 4 or 5 yards away. So sometimes you hear footsteps that's not there. That might have happened. Of course, may have been just bouncing act over on that far side. Pickup of 3 yards on the play. 2nd down at 7 now. Martin 6 of 14 for 45 yards. That's the 5th catch for Brockman. He's been targeted 9 times tonight. They're going to pull it from Session. Martin's going to keep it left side. He's got the first down past the 30 to the 35-yard line. He's been their most effective player on the ground tonight. And with that carry of 12 yards, he's got 77 yards on the ground on 12 carries. Only one of those 12 carries has been a quarterback sack. 9:45 left to play here in the ball game. Cyclones comfortably up 42-6. All the Cyclones' drives here in the second half have been touchdowns. First down and 10 for the Devil Dogs. Session almost right behind the quarterback. He'll get the call and breaks a tackle at the 37-yard line. Carries it to the 41, a pickup of 6 on the play. First down yardage for Session now, who has 23 yards on 8 carries.
Sessions is like a bowling ball. He's hard to bring down. Not very tall.
Clock rolling, 9:03 now left. Cyclones again will be off next week. They'll take the field 2 weeks from tonight against Fort Smith Southside. Back to pass is Martin looking right. He's going to take a shot downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Late flag coming in there. It's going to be pass interference on the Cyclones. That pass was all the way down to the 30-yard line. It'll be a 15-yard penalty coming on Russellville.
It looked like the defender was going for the ball.
45 yards of penalties on Russellville. 5 penalties there. And they're taking a while to mark this off. Cyclones not going to be back here at home until 3 weeks as they host the Eagles of Bologna. Next week, Russell playing Southside. And even though they haven't been the Rebels for a while, I'll bet you I call them the Rebels 5 or 6 times. Just old habits. Ball be put down on the Cyclone side of the 50 at the 45-yard line. First down given to the Devil Dogs because of the penalty. 8.5 minutes to go. Clock rolling. Russellville up 42-6. 2 receivers on this left side. They're stacked in the single file line, but the give straight up the middle is to Dylan Fondren. Pick up positive yards inside the 40-yard line. I'm going to give him the 39, so a pickup of 6 on the play. Now 8 minutes left. Cyclones won their season opener last year at Morrilton 15-10. That was the only win they had of the season. Still made the playoffs because of the COVID rules. Remember that? Because games were canceled, everybody made the playoffs. They're going to be stricter on that this year. Maybe even some forfeits if teams can't play because of COVID instead of rescheduled or making the playoffs. They give straight up the gut to Fonder, and he'll pick up a couple yards, just shy of the 37-yard line. Russellville ended up starting the playoffs, had to go to Sylvan Hills and were beaten. So ended up playing 11 games last year, going 1-10. Mentioned Coach Wheeler talking about the changes in his coaching staff. Offensive coordinator Tyler Clark, who played here as a Cyclone, came over from Paris. He was the head coach of the Paris Eagles until this year. He's done a good job. He's got to be happy. 354 yards of offense. Here's a pass on the far side. It's incomplete. Try to go to Brockman. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Brockman broke to the outside, and the ball was thrown to the inside. I don't know if it was just a mix-up between the receiver and the quarterback.
Cyclones 233 yards on the ground, 121 through the air. They haven't had to throw it very much, being up big in the second half. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Morrilton going to go for it here on 4th down and 2. Quarterback keeper, and he was stopped, spun away. He's got the first down inside the 35, inside the 30 to the 29.
Well, Russellville was going for the ball instead of the ball carrier, and he was able to spin away and gain extra yards.
Well, that first hit happened. He was shy of the first down. He ends up getting 8 yards, and he's got 85 yards on 13 carries. Demarius Martin, the quarterback, getting close to rushing for the century mark. 6 minutes, 2 seconds left to play here in the contest. Russell comfortably up 42-6. Back to pass, Martin. No, he's going to hand it off on the sweep, running right side, pushed out of bounds. Fondren got near the 25-yard line. Don't forget, we have the scoreboard show coming up at 10 o'clock here on 102.3. It'll go 2 hours. Your chance to listen in to Rex Nelson, Nate Olson. Hear all the scores from around the state tonight. Maybe a preview of the Salt Bowl tomorrow night, Benton and Bryant. Fondren, they gave him the 26-yard line, pickup of 3. He got out of bounds, but again, mercy rules in effect. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left to play. Clock rolling. Session going to take it right up the middle, and he'll pick up a yard to the 25. Cyclones will open their conference season this year in week 4 at Benton. And even with the week off, it's interesting. This year, every week it's going to be, or every game, be home game, away game, home game, away game. Just alternate. Never back-to-back on the road or back-to-back at home. So just alternates. Martin back to pass, looking left. He's going to be under pressure. He's going to spin and right in the waiting arms of the Cyclone defense. He'll lose a half a yard on the play. It's the second sack by the Cyclone defense. It'll bring up 4th down and 7.
Yeah, number 40, Reynolds, sophomore, was in on the tackle. Getting a chance to play here toward the end of the game.
Morrilton will go for it. 4th and 7. They need the 19-yard line of Russellville for the first down. 4 minutes, 8 seconds left to go in the game. Cyclones leading 42-6. First play of the second half, a 69-yard touchdown run by Damon Donahoe. Of course, had that big play near the end of the first half on the pass play. Clark from Graham. And here on 4th down, Martin rolling to his left. He's going to be hit. He flings it forward. It's a completed pass at the 19-yard line. Looked like Martin was going down a two-handed shovel pass that went about 6 yards in the air, and I think they ended up getting a first down there. Hayes Buckley, I think, is the one that came up with it. Wow. Great play there by Martin. And that is enough for a first down. They needed 7 and got 7. They get to the 19-yard line. Looked like it was going to be a sack. And that was a chest pass in basketball. Two-handed from the chest, and Buckley came up with it. First down and 10 for Morrilton. Here on the sweep as the give to Fondren. Cuts it back up in the middle. Gets inside the 15 to the 14. 5-yard pickup by Fondren. He's coming here in the fourth quarter, and he has 5 carries for 16 yards. Second down and 5 here. Morrilton taking their time. They've done this, been very patient the whole game. Play clock down to 17. 2:45 left to go in the game. Martin is going to keep it himself after the fake handoff. He's inside the 10. He's got the first down. Brought down at the 7. Marius Martin staying in there, fighting through the cramp. And the 7-yard line is where they gave it to him. He's got 91 yards on the ground, so it'll take some work. They'll have to get a penalty if he wants to get over 100 yards rushing. He's only got 7 to go. Martin with Fondren to his right. He's going to turn. He's going to throw it on the screen pass, complete back at the 9-yard line. Brockman dodges a man, dives to the end zone, and they give it to him. Looked like they were about to mark him down at the 1, and then the official said, nope, touchdown. Well, he thought about that one. I think he talked himself into that.
Wow.
Because the official looked down, and he started to spot it inside the 1. Then he lifted up both hands. Well, they scored on their first drive of the game, and they score here. First time they scored, Russellville blocked the extra point. Christian Stroop did. Let's see what happens here. It's a low kick, and he missed it. Missed it left. Last year, Jackson Landon was 10 of 11 on extra points. He's 0 for 2 tonight. First one wasn't his fault because it was blocked. This one low and left. So, but Morrilton does get another touchdown on the board, but Russellville leading by 30, 42-12. Okay, the rule is even if it's brought below 35, the mercy rule stays in effect, even though the clock is stopped right now with 2 minutes left because, again, injury, timeout, or a score, they will stop the clock. We're going to keep it right here. We'll have our post-game show coming up after this game, give you some stats, give you the rundown of the second half scoring. Again, it'll be 2 weeks before we take the air again. We'll be at Fort Smith as the Cyclones take on the Mavericks. Cyclones had defense had to make a late stop last year to preserve a 15-10 win. A little bit more breathing room this year. 92 games in this series, Russellville dominating it. Winning over 50 games. They'll tack on another one tonight.
You don't think they'll do an onside kick, do you?
They may work on it. They don't look like they are. They just broke the huddle, though, with well, they didn't break the huddle. They had a guy run off. Now they broke the huddle with 12. There's a pooch kick's going to be fielded at the 25-yard line. Across the 30, 35, lunging forward. I think that's Stratton, and he's still on his feet, brought down to the 41-yard line. I think that was Eli Stratton.
Yeah, it is, number 12.
Russell will only have to snap it a couple times here because, again, the clock is rolling. It's already down to minute 30, play clock at 20. Caden Rose in at running back, D.A. Reed. Rose may get a carry. As you mentioned, Rose had a big block on that 69-yard touchdown run by Damon Donahoe. Play clock down to 6 seconds. Russell going to have to use a timeout. No, they're running on a receiver late. They're going to reset the play clock for him. Minute 8 left to go in the game. Play clock down to 18 seconds. Russell going to take all the time they want. Reed out of the shotgun. Rose may get his first carry here. If Caden's going to keep it and weave his way to about the 43-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play. Looking at the play clock, and Russell does not have to snap it again.
Oh.
He's checking that to see. And, yeah, it's a second differential. And Coach Wheeler in his first game as a Russell Cyclone, not enjoying it yet. He's telling everybody, put your helmets on. Keep your helmets on. Put your mask on. And Coach Wheeler leading his team out near the 50 to celebrate this first victory as a head coach, first victory of the season, and the first game of the season. Cyclone's going to go to midfield and celebrate, winning this game by a score of 42-12. We'll take a break, come back with your post-game show. You're listening to Cyclone Football on 102.3.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Tire and Auto Service. We're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
The right roof starts with the right roofer. Your home is your largest investment, and when it's time for a roof repair or replacement, look no further than Miller Roofing Company. Miller Roofing has been in business over 30 years and sports a 9-time Best of the Best in the River Valley. They earn this reputation through stability and quality of service. Don't take my word for it. Go visit Lori and Wendell's new expansive showroom at 318 South Arkansas in Russellville, or by giving them a call at 890-3499. Miller Roofing Company will help you love where you live.
Hey guys, this is Carl Kirtley with Centennial Bank. Now more than ever, Centennial Bank is proud to cheer all the student athletes in the River Valley. Centennial Bank believes the teachers, administrators, and staff of our local schools help make our communities great, and we applaud their persistence, preparation, and hard work during these difficult times. Centennial Bank invites you to be a part of this great tradition and show your support this season. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Alathus Realty is proud to support all of our local student athletes. At Alathus Realty, we believe the community comes first, and there's nothing quite like community under the bright lights of Friday night. Alathus Realty is determined to provide our area with gold standard service in every aspect of your real estate transaction. So whether you're loading up to go to the game or settling in for an evening at home, you can rest assured Alathus Realty is taking care of you. Call us today, 479-968-5668. Alathus Realty. Find us on Facebook today.
Welcome back. The Cyclones win it by a score of 42-12. Well, I don't want to say the game was over at halftime, but looking back at it now, Russellville was, of course, sitting pretty there after scoring right before the end of the first half, leading it 21-6. But the Cyclones got the ball to start the second half. It took one play, 14 seconds. Damon Donahoe, a 69-yard touchdown run. That after Noe Jimenez's extra point made it 28-6, and seemingly the route was on. Russellville scored another time there in the third quarter. Gavin Graham hit Alec Bowles for a 6-yard touchdown pass. That capped off a 56-yard drive in 11 plays. Took 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Extra point by Jimenez was good, and Russellville led 35-6. Russellville got the sportsmanship rule going early in the fourth quarter with 11:25 left. Makai Foster, a 5-yard touchdown run. Jimenez added the extra point. That drive went 56 yards in 6 plays, took 1:29 off the clock, and that was it until Morrilton scored near the end with 2 minutes left. Demarius Martin, a 7-yard touchdown pass to Julian Brockman. The extra point was missed, but Russellville wins comfortably by a score of 42-12. Looking at the stats just quickly, 356 yards of offense for the Cyclones, 121 passing, 235 rushing. They'd pass more than they'd run at the end of the first half, but they got to run quite a bit in the second half, just sort of run the ball at will. For Morrilton, 204 yards of total offense, 59 through the air, 145 on the ground. Now, individually, Gavin Graham passing 7 of 11 for 114 yards, 2 touchdowns, didn't have an interception. D.A. Reed, 2 of 2 for 7 yards. Running the football, Tracy Daniels had the most carries, 12 carries for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. Damon Donahoe, though, goes over the century mark, 11 carries, 111 yards. His long of 69 there on that 1 touchdown carry. Graham had 5 carries for 32 yards. Receiving, Bowles had 3 catches for 14 yards, but Elijah Clark with that big 52-yard touchdown pass, he ended up 2 catches and 86 yards. Individually for the Devil Dogs, quickly, Demarius Martin, 8 of 17 for 59 yards and a touchdown. He also was their leading rusher, 15 carries for 91 yards. Julian Brockman had 6 carries, but just for 25 yards, did have a touchdown. Russellville 6 of 9 on third down conversions. Morrilton 2 of 12 on third down conversions. Just a second half especially, complete domination by the Cyclones as they win it by a score of 14-12. Your thoughts on the ball game?
Well, one of the things you just brought out was that third down conversion, 6 of 9. That's excellent. Whether high school, college, or pros, that is an excellent stat. This was a team win. I know it's the first game, but we saw a lot of things tonight, on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. And you can talk individual, you can talk position, but this was definitely a team win. The thing that really jumped out at me is the weapons that Russellville Cyclones